Shares of Oracle hitting all-time highs today after posting an earnings beat and a slew of announcements, including a potential nuclear-powered data center and a partnership with Amazon Web Services. Deirdre Bosa has more in today's Tech Check. And Deirdre, the comments from Ellison last night really indicate his excitement about AI, and he absolutely leaned against the idea that it's over or going through a massive reset right now.
Yeah, he kind of stole the show on the earnings call last night. But think of Oracle like the Switzerland of AI. It's now got deals with all of the hyperscalers. It's not developing its own AI models to potentially compete with customers. It is neutral and unthreatening. It's friends with everyone. That has really bode well for the company. It's also quite the turnaround since it used to compete quite bitterly with some of those big players. Its customers now, though, they include everyone in the space from OpenAI to Microsoft's Bing chatbot. Also working in its favor, ironically, it's relatively late entry to the cloud infrastructure business. Many of its data centers were built in recent years, so Oracle's are therefore better designed for training AI models, what Jensen Huang calls accelerated computing. It's not slowing down either. Yesterday, Ellison saying that it signed 42 additional cloud GPU contracts in the quarter for a total of $3 billion. Another advantage is Larry Ellison himself. He's founder, he's executive chair, he is CTO, and he is extremely well connected in tech circles. He's tight with Jensen Huang. That certainly helps when you need to secure GPUs. He's also tight with Elon Musk, whose xAI is a major customer at Oracle. Keeping its edge, though, that could prove difficult for Ellison and Oracle. xAI, for example, while it's a customer, it's going to build its own AI data centers for its next iteration of Grok, and its valuation has climbed. This is no longer a cheap, under-the-radar AI play. Its multiple is closer to those of the hyperscalers now, which have a lot more diversified platforms. And as you can see here, it's even quite a bit above Alphabet's. Look at its performance versus Microsoft and Amazon since ChatGPT launched in November of 2022. I was showing this chart yesterday in the lead up to earnings. It surprised a lot of people. Oracle has outperformed Microsoft, and it's neck and neck with Amazon, which is, of course, the #1 cloud player. So Oracle might be a legacy name. It might be an under-the-radar play, but certainly it has burst into the open with this latest set of earnings.
And, there's some kind of fun parlor games about who should be beyond the Mag 7, which would be the 8th stock. And some people suggest it would be Broadcom. Some might now think it's Oracle. Broadcom's market cap is $678 billion. Oracle's is now $430 billion. So it's growing rapidly and kind of punching above what used to be its weight and importance. A couple of other comments from Ellison I thought were interesting. He talked to Deirdre about how, they want 2,000 data centers eventually. They currently have 162. And I mentioned, the triple nuclear-powered 1 gigawatt center that they're building out. So, we're talking about massive spend and huge plans for this technology.
Just huge plans. And again, I go back to the idea that it's been a relatively late comer to building this new infrastructure that's needed in the age of generative AI. So if it can continue to do so, and of course, the pace of AI spending will have to keep up. That is sort of an open question that affects not just Oracle, but all of the cloud players. Oracle is now, the solid #4 after the hyperscalers. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops. Kelly, I'm also fascinated at the power generation question of this. Larry Ellison last night talked about nuclear-powered data centers. That's something that Amazon, the #1 cloud player, has already had its eye on. It sort of bought this entire nuclear-powered data center earlier this year that didn't make a lot of headlines, but for, I think, more than $600 million. So all of these cloud infrastructure companies are looking for their power needs to be able to to do this advanced computing, accelerated computing. And I think that power is going to be such a huge topic in the months, years ahead.